Hey there, fashion friends. Hello, fashion friends. Hey there, fashion friends. Hey there, fellow fashion friends. Hello, fashion friends. Hey there, fashion friends. All right. Well, hey there, fashion friends. So for today's episode, we are looking at my successes as a YouTuber over the last year. Yes, I have now been on YouTube for 1 whole year. My first video was actually a review video for a brand called A Day. So the brand that I'd like to introduce to you guys today, my first video, my first little baby. Why did I get started? Basically, it just boils down to the fact that I was just craving something creative. I had been working as a videographer for a while, and it's great and everything like that, but yeah, work can kind of get stagnant because you have to really follow what the client wants. So I just wanted something that was my own, that I didn't have to ask permission for. And yeah, I think as somebody that is very creatively charged, that's kind of creatively hungry, YouTube was basically just like the plate of food to feed that hunger. My analogies are just getting good. Yeah. All right, so let's get into why we're here today, talking about my successes. The first success for me was really just creating the concept for the channel. So I knew that I wanted this to be very focused. I wanted to choose a niche. Niche? I don't know, I think I'm overthinking this a little bit, but a niche. We'll just say niche. So my husband made a good point. He basically said, everybody that he really enjoys watching is an expert in their field and really have experience, can really speak to their experience. As somebody that has lots of interests, it was hard for me to kind of land on something until it hit me. I had a career in the apparel fashion industry for almost a decade before I actually became a videographer. I had the experience, I had the background, and it was definitely something that you could say I was an expert in. I knew that I would be able to speak to it easily, so a lightning struck. Fashion was it. But then I had to sit down and think about, okay, this is a very saturated category. What is it that I'm gonna bring that's gonna add new value, that's gonna bring something new to the table? For me, actually, the people that I was following on YouTube were very technical. Were Casey Neistat and Peter McKinnon, and I was always watching these reviews on different cameras and different computers. I'm not sure if I've mentioned before that in my fashion career, I was a visual merchandiser or a fashion curator. So basically, when you walked into a store, I was the one that curated that store. I was in charge of the visual experience of a store. My approach to fashion and to styling was very technical. I was always thinking about, different textures, different materials, different colors, kind of the story they would tell, the emotions they would create. And so I wanted to bring that to this channel. So enter the sort of fashion tech review format. And that was kind of the premise of what I started out with. So that's why I started off with review videos. And still to this day, review videos are my favorite type of videos to do. Hold this jacket and you just feel the fabric. The stitching is just such, there's such craftsmanship, and just as soon as I pulled it out of the box, I instantly felt that quality. Okay, so my next success was just putting out the first couple videos. Now, for some people, they might think, okay, well, why would that be a success? If you're gonna be a YouTuber, that is what is expected of you. But it is an extremely difficult thing to do, because when you've got this inspired idea in your head and you're just so excited to put it into a video form, it's very personal. And so you're basically putting something very personal out into the world, and it makes you very vulnerable. It is scary as hell, let me just say. So yeah, I think that's a big success for anybody starting out for YouTube. You should pat yourself on the back. I'm gonna share a brand with you that makes me feel like strutting my stuff down the street like I'm a character on Sex and the City. So another success for me was after about 5 or 6 months, I gained around 50 followers, Now, obviously that does not sound like a whole lot, but to me, it was absolutely magical because these 50 strangers basically decided that they were gonna push that subscribe button and get on board with what it was I was producing, what I was putting out into the world, they were agreeing with. So they were basically validating the hard work that I was putting into these videos. So my next success was fully committing. This was huge for me because I would say the first, 6 months I was posting regularly, but I wasn't posting like consistently. So in the new year, I sort of stepped back and started to reevaluate, is this concept working? Do I really want to keep doing fashion? Fashion's kind of grueling because you always have to be relevant. Today, we are going to be talking about how to find the perfect boyfriend gene. Boyfriend gene, not boyfriend. Boyfriend gene. But yeah, finally at 7 months, around February, I decided, you know what? I'm doing it. I'm fully committing. I am gonna stick with fashion and I'm going with it. I'm going with the concept that I have originally started with, and yeah, I'm gonna post 1 episode a week no matter what, and see where it happens, see where it gets me. It's crazy how once I made that full commitment, it was almost like a weight was lifted off of my shoulders because I didn't question myself anymore. I was, I knew where I was headed. I had the direction. So another pretty important success for me, which was actually quite recent, was deciding to include building confidence into my concept, into the premise of the channel. Because I do feel that a healthy confidence is the seed to good fashion, or even just to a good life. Because when you feel good in something, that exudes out into the world, and you could basically be wearing anything. You could be wearing a gunny sack, and if you have confidence in that gunny sack, you're gonna look good. It might be itchy, but you'll look good. And with that as well, I feel like when you are confident, you're able to then collaborate with people better, to support others more. So here's to us finding support within each other, to find that confidence, to persist through the journey that is life. Because that is really what it's all about. The last success that I would like to talk about today is the 230 subscribers that I have as of today. To some people it may not seem like a lot because I know that there are a lot of people out there that have hundreds and thousands and thousands and thousands of followers, but for me it is a massive success because 1 year ago I had. So thank you to my 230 subscribers. You are all my successes.
No such thing as no can do. If you wanna be everything you see in your fantasies, I'ma come back for you.
Oh my gosh, why can I not get this stuff out? I think I'm gonna have to put a beanie on. I look like Rufio from Hook. There we go, it's better. Well, now I look like Bill Murray from Life Aquatic. So when I'm hired to produce a video, okay. So there you have it. So there you have it. Surprising habits. Oh my gosh. So there you have it.